All right, so hello everyone. Thank you all for gathering here today for our special event. For everyone in Glendora, I hope you're having a pleasant evening, and for everyone here in Mocha, ohayo gozaimasu. Honjitsu wa yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. My name is Maji, and I'm an intern in the Public Relations Department at Mocha City Hall. Today, I will be assisting with the facilitation of this meeting and help guide us through our scheduled agenda. This is the first event of this kind where we have had so many community leaders from both Glendora and Mocha meeting with one another to reaffirm our commitment to our sister city, as well as our sister school relationships. Despite the current obstacles of the pandemic, we have found a way to be resilient and inventive by discovering new ways to redefine what it means to be sister cities. Personally speaking, as a Glendora resident and former Mocha student exchange participant, it is my hope that Glendora and Mocha can begin a new chapter of its relationship and make the relationship more inclusive, globally as well as culturally aware, and engaging for all residents of both cities. So now we will begin with an introduction of officials in attendance of this meeting. So, Shicho, onegai itashimasu.
Hello everyone, I am Shinichi Ishizaka, the mayor of Mocha City. Thank you very much for joining this online meeting. This is our second time having this type of meeting following last year. And I'm very happy to see Mayor Davis, the superintendent of the Glendora Unified School District, Dr. DiGrazia, and many other friends in Glendora.この会議は現在インターンシップ実習生として真岡市役所に勤務されているハンナ・マジディさんが真岡市とグレンドラ市の姉妹都市関係にさらに発展させるため企画してくださいました。
This meeting was planned and organized by Ms. Hannah Majidi, who now works for Mocha City Hall as an intern. She planned this meeting to make our sister city relationship much tighter and expand more towards the future. Thank you, Hannah.
それではここで真岡市の出席者を紹介いたします。
Now we will introduce today's participants.
真岡市教育委員会の山中隆夫教育長です。
The Superintendent of Mocha Board of Education, Mr. Takao Yamanaka.
同じく教育委員の佐藤進さんです。佐藤さんは以前、中村中学校の PTA 会長をされており、サンドバーグミドルスクールの皆さんと交流された経験があります。
Mr. Susumu Sato, who is a member of Mocha Board of Education. Mr. Sato was also the PTA president of Nakamura Junior High School, and he has had the experience of exchanging with people in Sandberg Middle School.
岡直美さんです。岡さんは真岡市からの訪問団の一員としてグレンドラー市に訪れたことがあり、中学生海外派遣にご尽力をいただいており、また真岡市国際交流協会の理事をされております。
Hi everybody, I'm Naomi Oka. I was a delegation member of Glendora in 2018, and I have worked for the junior high school student exchange program as a junior high school teacher in Mocha. Now I am a director of Mocha International Exchange Association, and also I'm supporting the English teachers in elementary schools.
以上が真岡市からの出席者です。
These are today's attendees of Mocha City. Thank you very much.
Mary Davis, could you please introduce yourself and the officials in attendance in Glendora?
Yes, thank you. Ohayo gozaimasu. Karin Debisu desu. Kyo wa yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Also joining me today, I'm very happy to have with me my colleagues, Councilmember Mendel Thompson.
ここに キャンセラーメンバー、評議員のマイケル・トンプソンさんがいらっしゃいます。
Councilmember Michael Alawas,
そしてマイケル・アルワさん、
Councilmember David Friedendahl,
デイビッド・フリーデンダー、
and I bring greetings from Mayor Pro Tem Gary Boyer, who's not able to be with us today.
市長代理の方は今日は来ておりませんけれども、ちょっと失礼させていただきます。
Also with us today is our city manager, Adam Raymond.
シティマネージャーである、アドマンさん。
From the Glendora Unified School District, Board President Robin Mclean.
ロビン・マークリーさん、学校関係の方です。
Interim School Superintendent Dr. Dominic DeGrazia.
暫定的教育長のドミニク・ディグラジアさん。
And Executive Director of Student and Family Support, Mr. Eric Osborne.
理事、スチューデント、そして生徒、そして家庭をサポートする理事であるエリック・オズボーンさん。
And we have many other city employees as well as some special guests and friends of our sister city.
そしてここにシスターシティの方々、そしてそれをサポートする市民の皆さんが集っております。
Two people who do not need any introduction, Jim and Miyoko Nakano.
そしてジムと中野ジムさんと、それからみよこさんがここにいらっしゃってます。
Former Mayor Bob Kuhn.
以前の市長さんもいらっしゃっております。
And also our translator, Vasuko Rowe.
で、通訳しますリツコローです。
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Davis. Now we'll hear some remarks from some of the officials in attendance, starting with the mayors of Moca and Glendora. Chicho,
グレンドラ市とモーカ市の交流については、これまで1988年の姉妹都市締結盟約書を調印して以来、34年間にわたり友好親善を深めてまいりました。
We, the city of Glendora and Mocha City, have deepened our friendship for 34 years, ever since we signed our agreement for partnership.
私自身は1993年にモーカ東中学校の PTA 会長としてグレンドラ市を初めて訪問し、本日ゲストでいらっしゃっております中野さんのお宅にホームステイをさせていただいたことが貴重な思い出として残っております。
I have such a precious memory in Glendora. In 1993, I visited your city as a PTA president of Moka Higashi Junior High School. At that time, Mr. and Mrs. Nakano have gave me a chance to homestay for the first time in my life. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Nakano.
また2018年に姉妹都市締結30周年記念式典を開催していただいた際には、メンデル・トンプソン様をはじめ、グレンドラーの皆さんに熱烈歓迎をいただいたこと、改めて感謝を申し上げます。
And we were very impressed with your warm hospitality at the 30th memorial ceremony of our Sister City program. Thank you, Mr. Mendel Thompson, for the mayor for the days, and all the amazing friends in Glendora.
トンプソンさんの別荘に行ったことは大変素晴らしい経験をさせていただき、電気のモーターボートに乗ったことは大変嬉しく思っています。
And I have such a good memory of staying in your clubhouse in Newport Beach, and I love your boat very much. Thank you.
現在、真岡市では新型コロナウイルス新規感染者が増加している状況にありますが、先月3年ぶりに夏祭りを開催し、ハンナさんも市役所の一員として参加をしていただきました。
COVID-19 is overwhelming all over Japan, and Mocha City is not an exception. But last month, we were able to host a summer festival finally after 3 years, and Hana was able to join it as a member of Mocha City Hall Festival team.
ハンナさんは姉妹校交流で真岡市を訪れた際にも夏祭りに参加しており、学生交流の経験から 国際関係に興味を持ち、真岡市でインターンシップとして勤務することを希望されました。
Hannah joined our summer festival when she was here as a member of our exchange program some years ago. I heard that her experience here at that time was part of the reason why she chose to study international relations and become an intern here in our office.
これまで両市の親善交流が市民の国際理解や国際性を高め、市民レベルでの相互理解と友好の絆を強めたと感じております。
I'm very proud of Hannah who proved that our city's long-lasting friendship brought about a mutual international awareness and strengthened the bond of citizens.
今後、姉妹校交流に加え、インターンシップの受け入れや交流イベントと新たな取り組みにより市民間交流がより活発化されることを期待しております。
And Hannah's brave action gave us the idea that we can add this kind of internship program in exchange events besides just the sister school programs to make our city's sister city relationship more colorful and active.
新型コロナウイルス感染症の影響により、両市を往来することが難しい状況が続いておりますが、オンラインにより交流を継続し、早く互いに訪問できる日が来ることを願っています。本日は今後の姉妹都市、姉妹校の交流について、これまで皆さんの経験を踏まえ、新たなステップへ関係性を発展できるよう、情報交換ができれば幸いです。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
Although we are under such a difficult situation brought by COVID-19, we would like to exchange our information and opinions for the future growth of our sister city and sister school exchange activity. Please free to communicate and share your own ideas. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。Mayor Davis, you may start when you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Mayor Ishizaka, Mocha City, and school officials and honored guests, we bring greetings on behalf of the citizens of Glendora and are very honored to be sharing in this meeting with you today.
石坂市長、そしてモカ市、学校の役員の方々、そして名誉あるゲスト、私たちがこのようにしてグレンドラの市民を代表してご挨拶できることを嬉しく思います。そして、今日皆様とこのミーティングをシェアできることを大変誇りに思います。
We regret that we can't be with you in person, but we are thankful that technology allows us to virtually travel to Mocha.
Okay. 残念ながら実際に皆様に面と向かってお会いすることはできませんけれども、このようにテクノロジーを駆使してバーチャルでモカに旅をしたような気持ちになってお会いできることを大変感謝しております。
And on the screen we have photos that celebrate our friendship. そしてこの写真にあるように、この、友好関係を表すものとしてここに写真があります。When the city of Glendora entered the sister city relationship with the city of Moca in 1988, it was with the goal to build friendships and increase mutual understanding. 1988年に、両方の市がこのような素晴らしい、関係を築き上げた時に、そして、私たちのゴールは友好関係を作り、そしてお互いの相互理解を深めることでした。The hope was to encourage our youth to build bridges of international friendship and understanding to help build a better world for all to enjoy. そしてその希望というのは私たちの若者たちが子どもたちが素晴らしい国際的な友好関係の橋というものを築き、そしてお互いに理解し、より良い世界を、そして私たちがそれを楽しめるような世界を作ることを目的としました。
Now, 34 years later, we have seen that to be very true. There have been many wonderful exchanges of hospitality, kindness, education, and through shared experiences, deep friendship and understanding has been gained.
そしてもう34年が経ったわけなんですけれども、このようにして本当に、今までこうして培ったものが目の前に現れてきたと思います。素晴らしい交換してきたもの、そしてもてなし、親切さ、そして教育、いろんな経験を通して深い友好関係と、そして理解を私たちはお互いに持ったと思います。
We deeply value our relationship with the people of Mocha and find our friendship to be as sweet as your famous strawberries.
私たちは深くこの両方の市の関係を大変価値があるものと考えて、そして私たちのこの友好関係がそちらの有名なストロベリー、いちごのように甘いものであるということを痛感しております。
As both of our countries open up for travel, we look forward to hosting guests from Mocha and look forward to having delegations visit Mocha.
両方の国の旅行ができるようになったときに、私たちはお互いに会って、そしてその時を私たちは大変楽しみに待っております。
Today, we hope to confirm our friendship by sharing information about our community and comments from some of our city and community members.
今日は私たちは友好関係のいろんなインフォメーションをお互いにシェアして、そしていろんなコメント、そしてそれを通して私たちの相互理解を深めるということを目的としております。
Now I'll invite Councilmember Thompson.
じゃあトンプソン氏にお願いいたします。
Mayor, hi. You look great and welcome.
石坂市長、あなたはもう素晴らしい、もう見た限り健康そうでお元気そうですね。
The enrichment which you gave to all of us is something that we will never leave.
あなたが、
We have.
あなたが私たちに、与えてくれた素晴らしいエンリッチメント、つまり素晴らしい、育み、この友好関係の橋渡しは、ね、私たちに大変な感銘を与えました。
Your care was so kind, as was your joy, love, and giving spirit.
あなたの思いやりは私たちに喜び、そしてとても心の温かい思い出を作ってくれました。
We all learn things that we will keep for all of our lives.
そしてそれは私たちのライフにおいて、ね、とても大切なものとなるでしょ
う。We hope that we can start these trips up, and I would certainly love to come back and see you and all of your team.
早くこの日本のボーダーが開いて、そして、私たちが旅行できて、あなた方と会えることをとても楽しみにしております。
Thanks for everything that you did to make our lives better. Thank you for everything that you did to make our city better and our world better.
あなたがなさったことは私たちの一人一人の心に残り、そして、私のライフ、そしてそれからこの私たちの住んでいる市にも対して、そして世界に対しても大変な貢献をなされたと思います。
May your health be well, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
どうぞ健康に気をつけて体をご自愛ください。
ありがとうございました。
Councilmember Alawas.
Thank you, Mayor. Konnichiwa.
アラワさんが紹介します。
They got that.
Okay? こんにちは。
You left an indelible mark on all of us that visited in 2018.
2018年に来てから大変いろいろな素晴らしい思い出を私たちに残してくれましたね。
Your hospitality and care to our whole delegation was immeasurable.
あなた方の素晴らしいもてなしは大変それに感銘を受けております。
You welcomed us into your family and made such an impression on my wife that she wants to go back to Japan, and we have traveled the world.
でその際、特に私の妻に対してとてもご親切になさってくださったので、彼女はもう一度行きたい。そして、世界にも目が大変私たちは向いております。
It is so very important that we communicate with our brethren around the world.
とても世界に目を向けて、そして、近隣の国にも目を開けて、それは私たちにとってとても大切なことであります。
Communication and sharing is the key for this whole world to move forward, to love and honor each other as we move forward through life.
コミュニケーション、そして、お互いに敬愛を持って接すること、それがとても大事なことですね。
Mayor, I'd like to invite you here back to Glendora, as we too would like an invitation, as my colleague Mr. Thompson mentioned, to come and visit you back in Mocha.
ぜひ私たちの市に、市を訪れてください。そして、私たちもそちらの市に、お伺いすることをとても楽しみにしております。
So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you either here in Glendora or back in Mocha. Arigato.
そういうことで、私はモカに行くことをとても楽しみに待っております。ぜひそちらの方も私の市を訪れてください。ありがとうございました。
Councilmember Friedendahl.
キャンセルメンバーのフレンデルさん、お願いします。
Good morning, honored leaders.
おはようございます。
It's a great privilege to join this respectful team.
この素晴らしいチームの一員として、ここに私がここに話せることを大変嬉しく思います。
I look forward to the opportunity to meet you in person and be able to complete our friendship.
そして直接皆さんとお会いして友好を深めたいと思います。
Please keep up your great work, and we look forward to honor you with ours. Thank you.
どうぞこのように友好関係の仕事とかいろいろ頑張ってくださって、またお会いすることを希望しております。
Thank you, Mayor Davis, Councilmember Alawas, Councilmember Thompson, and Councilmember Friedendahl. Next, we will hear from the Superintendent of Mocha.
Hello, everyone. I'm Takao Yamanaka, the Superintendent of Mocha City Board of Education. Today, I am very honored to have the chance to talk about the educational exchange of both cities with the Mayor of Glendora, the Superintendent of Education of Glendora, and the people who take part in education in the city of Glendora. It is really a shame that the current COVID-19 situation has been continuing for so long, that students cannot visit both cities and have direct communication. I do hope that this situation will end soon. I'm very much looking forward to visit and for the school exchange of students to restart between our cities. When I worked at Moka Higashi Junior High School, Mr. Robert was the superintendent of education, and Mr. Brock Jacobson, the principal of Goddard Middle School, visited us, and all of us welcomed them in 2014. I can still picture the moment so clearly, like it just happened yesterday. Having experience for students to meet directly, touch the culture of both cities, of both countries, and deepen their understanding with each other is a great worth of their growth as global citizens. I really appreciate if students can connect online until the day we can meet directly again. I am truly hopeful that we can share ideas to enhance the student exchange of both cities with each other. Thank you for giving me the chance to communicate online today. Thank you.
Now we will hear from several officials from the Glendora Unified School District, which include President Merkley, Interim Superintendent DeGrazia, Principal Bishop, and Mr. Osborne. Feel free to begin when you're ready.
Thank you very much. Ohayou gozaimasu and hajimemashite. My name is Dominic DeGrazia, the Interim Superintendent of the Glendora Unified School District.
私の名前はドミニク・ディグラジアです。そして、暫定的教育長をしております。
It has been my pleasure to visit your beautiful country and your city and our sister schools 5 times over many years.
過去5回にわたり私は真岡市を訪れたことがあり、その素晴らしい国、その素晴らしい市、そして、大変、素晴らしいもてなしをとても楽しみました。
However, it has been too long since my last visit, and I look forward to getting back and connecting with you very soon.
しかしながら最後に行ってからずいぶん時が経ちましたので、またぜひそちらに伺いたいと思っております。
The friendship and bonds formed across oceans has never been broken between the school district and Moka Higashi and Nakamura for many years.
モカ東そして中村中のとの交流、その友好関係は決して絶えることなく続いていくと思います。
We look forward to many successful visits to come.
そしてこれから将来もこの交流が続いて、そして、お互いに訪問できることを願っております。
はい、どうもありがとうございました。And Ritz-Goro, thank you very much. Translator extraordinaire. You got to translate that.
Thank you.
I would now like to invite up our 2 members of our Board of Education, our Board President, Mrs. Robbie Mclean, and our Vice President, Elizabeth Reuter.
では、教育委員会会長、ロビン・マークリーさんのご挨拶です。
I am honored to speak with you today. That picture was, is that Mogegi? Where I really loved going ziplining.
はい、この写真は茂木だと思いますけど、もうとても素晴らしいところで、とても楽しみました。
Two of my children have visited Mocha. My son Andy 17 years ago, and my daughter Anna 15 years ago.
アンディ、2人の子供がいますけども、2人の子供のがアンディの17年前、そして、What's the name of Andy's
Anna, my youngest, Anna.
Panna. Okay. は15年前にそこに訪れることができました。
Okay. I got to go with Anna as a parent or as a PTA representative. And then the second time I visited 4 years ago, I went as a school board member.
そのアナが行った時には PTA メンバーとして行きました。そして4年前には今度は学校の方からとして代表として行きました。
I loved the visit. I loved trying the food, getting used to seafood. Not my favorite usually, but I enjoyed it and I tried it. And the last time I had the best beef I have ever had.
そして食事もとても美味しく、特に この前食べたビーフはもう何とも言えない素晴らしい味でしたね。
This sister city relationship is so valuable, and I am so glad that we are able to continue it.
そしてこの姉妹都市関係が続いていることを私も願っております。とても素晴らしいことだと思います。
I have fond memories of my daughter Anna and her friend Nana laughing together, even though they didn't speak the same language.
そして、同じ言葉を喋らなくても、私の娘アナはとても日本のことが好きで、いろいろ一緒にしました。
I think laughter is a universal language.
そして笑いというものはもう言葉がなくても通じる、そういうものだっていうことだと思います。
I have fond memories, and I'm just again so grateful that we're able to keep this sister city relationship alive, and I hope I'm able to come back again.
そしてこの姉妹都市関係がずっと続いていくことを私は願っております。そして、またぜひ私は真岡市を訪れたいと思います。
Thank you. You sure?
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to say I'm honored to participate in this meeting this afternoon.
はい、私は今日の午後このミーティングに、出ることができてとても名誉に思います。
The relationship between our cities and our school districts is invaluable, especially to our students as they grow up to experience other cultures.
特に生徒にとってこの友好関係が教育上とても大切なものだということが双方の子どもたちとそして大人たちにもよく分かってとてもこれが大事だと思います。
I'm thrilled that we are able to see each other through the Zoom today, but look forward to the in-person meetings again very soon. Thank you very much.
はい、今日 Zoom でここで、お会いできてとても嬉しいです。今度は実際に対面式に会えることを希望しております。
Thank you.
おはようございます。私は Eric Osborne です。Good morning. My name is Eric Osborne. I'm the Executive Director of Student Family Support Services for Glendora Unified School District.
おはようございます。私は、グレンドラ学校区の、生徒ファミリーのサポートの理事をしておりますエリック・オズボーンです。
It is nice to see many of my friends on the screen from Mocha. I have been to Mocha 6 times, first as a student with the exchange from Mocha Higashi and Goddard Middle School.
今ここに、Zoom を通して私の知っている人たちに会えることをとても嬉しく思います。今まで、真岡に6回行ったことがあります。そして、まず最初の時はまだ私は中学生でした。
In fact, the first time I visited your beautiful country and city, the mayor was on PTA and visited me when I was in middle school at Goddard Middle School.
ガダードミドルスクールから行ったんですけども、その時のThe
mayor was at PTA at Goddard when I was a student.
その時に、今のそちらの市長さんが PTA の代表だったと思います。
In fact, if we could have the next slide, I had the privilege of serving as the Mocha Higashi Goddard Middle School coordinator for 10 years.
10年間、
そうだ、うちで、そうなんだ。そんで新婚旅行も。
They are recording.
今、その子供も、そうなんだ。
Okay,
So I was able to be the Mocha exchange coordinator at Goddard for 10 years when I was a teacher and assistant principal at Goddard Middle School.
ガダードミドルスクールのアシスタント、教頭として10年間いろんなことに携わってきて嬉しく思います。
And I have many friends at Mocha Higashi.
そして真岡東にたくさんの友達がいます。
I also had the privilege for 7 years being the principal, or Kucho Sensei, at Nakamura Junior High School and visiting your beautiful school, Nakamura Junior High School.
それから、中村中学校に、私は訪れたことがあります。
I want to reiterate the importance of this relationship. As you can see from the pictures, there's a picture of me back in 1992 when I first went to Mocha.
私が最初にモカに行った時に、それは1922年です。この写真を見てください。
You can see the picture on the far left is my host family, the son of, it's Takamatsu, Michio Takamatsu.
千代高松さんの、息子さんですかが、左側。
Like many other students who have traveled to Japan, Michio and I became very close friends and have visited each other over the years.
そして、たくさんの生徒がモーカを訪れて友達を作りました。で、道夫さんは私の大切な友達であります。
His daughter visited me when she came to visit Goddard Middle School.
そして、娘さんはこちらに来たときに、私を訪問してくれました。
And it's my hope that my two daughters will be able to visit you all in Japan very soon.
私の2人の娘も日本に、そちらに、訪問する予定があります。
Thank you once again for everything you do to support the students both in Japan and here in America. We are so thankful for this relationship. Thank you.
この友好関係がずっと続いていくように、そして、皆さんがご尽力をしてくださってどうもありがとうございます。
Thank you to all the officials from the Glendora Unified School District for speaking. Now we'll spend just a few moments to see if there's any additional comments or remarks from guests in attendance that would like to add to the remarks that have already been made. So if anyone from Glendora would like to, feel free to do so now. Or if not, we can start. We have someone in Mocha that would also like to give some additional remarks, so we'll do that now.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
日本語だけで言いますので。
No, I'm going to do it only in
と
Japanese.
っても素敵にできました。成功ですね。
ありがとうございます。
さすがです。とてもスムーズにいきましたので感激しております。
Yeah, I'm so moved. It went so smooth and
you worked
wonderful.
very hard. And Hannah, you better take care of your voice. You lost your voice, Hannah. You did very nice. Thank you so much.
Okay. 花さん、ちょっと喉が具合が悪いんでしょうか。お声がちょっと多分働きすぎだと思いますけども、ね、お体に気をつけてくださいということでした。
Now we'll hear from Mr. Sato.
はい、今日はこういう機会いただいてですね、非常に嬉しく思います。私、中村中学校の PTA 会長の時に、受け入れをした時があります。その時に、思ったのがですね、もっともっとグレンドーラ市のこととか皆さんのことを知りたいなと思ったし、特産品とかそういうものもですね、グレンドーラ市のものとか知りたいなと思ったり、真岡市の特産品とかね、そういう産業とかそういうものももっともっと知ってほしいなと思いました。
Hi. Hello everyone, I'm Sato. I was a former PTA leader in Nakamura Junior High School, and I hosted people from Glendora. At that time, I wanted to know about some special products of Glendora, and also I want to introduce some special products from Moca. And I just want to talk more with you. Thank you so much.
はい、今後ともですね、この友好関係が続くことが、平和の象徴だと思いますので、引き続き、どうぞよろしくお願いします。以上です。
はい。So from now on, I really want to grow this kind of interactions and relationships forever. And thank you so much for today's meeting.
Now we will move to
はい、私からは3点ご提案できればと思います。先ほど石坂市長もおっしゃったように、姉妹都市交流をさらに彩り豊かに活性化するには、中学校間交流にとどまることなく、今回のハンナのインターンシップ体験の実現のような社会人レベルでの交流も大切だと思います。これはハンナの自主的で前向きな行動から実現したものであることから、双方の市民の皆さんから多様な意見を吸い上げて、どのような市民交流が可能か共に考えていけると良いと思います。I have 3 ideas I want to share. One, as Mr. Ishizaka has just mentioned in his speech, we can add some adult-centered programs or events like Hana's internship this time, besides middle school's exchange programs. Since this internship program started basically from Hana's own idea and passion, we should include more citizens of both cities who would have many good ideas and seek the positive possibility for what we can do more for our future exchange. 2つ目ですが、真岡市には高校生が真岡市をプロモートする真岡好き好きシェアクラブというものがあります。このチームにもぜひ姉妹都市交流に関わってもらえればいいのではないかなと思っています。Second, we can let high school students get involved in the activity. In Moka, we have We Love Mocha Club organized by some high school students of 4 high schools in Moka. We can ask them if there is any fresh idea for the exchange. 3つ目に、3年前から小学校にも英語が入りました。中学生のようにやり取りをするのは難しいのですが、お互いの学校の様子を映像で伝え合うビデオレターの交換などを2つの中学校区にある中村小学校と真岡東小学校から始めてみてはどうかなと思います。And lastly, since we officially studied English education in elementary school 3 years ago, we should create some special programs in elementary schools too. Although it is hard to communicate like junior high school students, we can share their school lives through videos. We can start it from 2 elementary schools in 2 sister junior high school schools areas, which are Nakamura Elementary School and Moka Higashi Elementary School. Those are 3 things that I want to share with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in Glendora that would like to speak and give any additional remarks before we move on to the next portion?
I don't see anyone at this time.
Okay, then we'll move on to thank all of you for your efforts in regards to the sister city and sister school relationship. I have prepared a special design that both cities could use to help promote our city's friendships to their residents. So we'll quickly show the design. There's lots of details, so I've added some little arrows pointing at different things. So you can see the Glendora foothills, as well as Moca's famous steam engine train, orange trees, which are very famous in Glendora, as well as strawberries, which are well known in Moca. And we'll move on to the next. Also, you can see lanterns that are often used at the Moca Summer Festival that have both of the city's emblems. And we also have a famous Glendora bagpiper, but what's different, instead of the usual Royal Stewart tartan, the bagpiper is wearing Mocha cotton, which is very famous and made here in Moca. So it has that pattern and design of Mocha cotton. So I hope this could be useful to both cities to help further promote and advertise our city's friendship. And with this, we will hear some closing remarks from Mayors Mocha and Glendora. So, Mayor Davis, if you would like to give your closing remarks.
Thank you. And thank you very much for that design. We look forward to having that. We have some pens that we will be sharing with our folks here. But in Glendora, we look forward to this new chapter and our partnership with the city of Moca.
グレンドラではこの素晴らしい新しいチャプターというかこの章が、これからの広がりを見せていくために、モカ市との友好関係を楽しみにしております。
We are confident that it will continue to strengthen our friendships and through shared experiences increase our awareness.
私たちは私たちの友好関係が続いていくこと、そしてそれが強くなっていくこと、そしてこの素晴らしいお互いにシェアした経験を持っていくこと、これが続いていくことに続いていくことを必ず実現すると思っております。
We look with great anticipation to this next chapter and all that it means for future generations.
次世代に続くように、この私たちのやっていることが次の次世代につながり、そして素晴らしいものとなっていること、素晴らしいものとなっていくことを願っております。
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Mayor Davis. Chicho, お願いいたします。
今日は大変貴重なオンラインのミーティングありがとうございます。先ほど岡さんから提案があった民間の交流、そして小学生の交流、こういうものを含めてですね、今回ハンナが日本にインターンシップとして来てくれましたが、こちらからも希望者がいればぜひグレンドラにインターンシップで訪問させていただきたい。こういう民間の交流を深めて、さらなる姉妹都市の充実を図っていきたいと思います。
Thank you very much for the online meeting today. As we had some suggestions like adult-based relationship in the elementary school relationship, and also the internship like Hannah did, we will think up of many other activities which will make our activities more powerful, colorful, and active. Thank you very much for this meeting today.
With this, we'll conclude the first half of our event. Thank you all again for taking the time out of your evening to join us in Glendora. Glendora Online 会談を終了いたします。ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. But before we all go, if on both sides take a quick group photo, that would be much appreciated. So we'll do that now.
どうやって写真撮る？さっきのペアはいいね。小学生の。
If we could have maybe the officials together, I'm not sure on the Glendora side how to be taking the photo. So
we can invite guests from our audience from the school board to come forward, and we'll stand up here for a group photo.
That would be great. Thank you.
どういうふうに撮るの？うちの方。
グループの写真を撮りたいと思いますので、学校関係の方はこちらに来てください。
俺たちはこれなんここでいいの？
First, let me introduce who we have here in Mocha. We have some very special guests. We have elementary, junior high school, and high school students here in Mocha to listen to the presentation. So maybe Paul, say hi to Glendora. Nina.
Hi.
Hi. And they're all currently learning English, so they're here to hear more about Glendora. And maybe if we could see everyone in the audience here in Glendora for the presentation, if they'd like to say hello as well. For this wave. Okay. Great, thank you. So now thank you, great. Yes, because the students here would like to see everyone in Glendora. Yes, thank you. All right, so let me start pulling up the presentation. Let me try to make it. Are you all able to see the slideshow in Glendora?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'll be going a little bit slowly for the Glendora part of this tour since our Mocha students are learning English, so please be patient. But with that, let's begin the virtual tour of Glendora and Mocha. First, let's learn about what is a sister city. So a sister city relationship is a relationship between two cities, usually in different countries, and they use their connection to share their cultures and learn about one another.
システムね、姉妹ね、仲良く Mocha 市と Glendora, sister cities.
And just a little bit about me. I'm currently a graduate student, and I have a degree in international relations and Asian language and studies.
これはちょっと難しいね。大学院生です、花さんね。そして、国際関係、それからアジアの言語などについて学習されています。
And this summer, I'm working at Moka City Hall as an intern. And I first came to Japan in 2012 as a middle school student and visited Moka Higashi Junior High School. So now let's get ready for the main part of our presentation, exploring Glendora and Mocha. So both cities have prepared videos. So we'll start with a video about Glendora. So I will stop sharing my screen and feel free to share your video when you're ready. Wow, what a great video. Thank you so much. Let me get my screen set back up. And now we'll watch Mocha's video. All right, first let me check. Can you hear the audio for the video in Glendora?
Yes.
Okay, great. Sorry. Thank you. let's talk some more about Glendora. Glendora is a city located in the United States of America and in the southern part of the state of California. And Glendora's catchphrase is pride of the foothills. So this photo right here is a photo of the Glendora foothills. So just to get an idea of where Glendora is, this is North America and the United States of America. And here is another photo of the United States and the state of California. And here is a better look of California and the city of Los Angeles. And next to Los Angeles is Glendora. So Glendora started in 1887. And at that time, Glendora was very famous for growing oranges and lemons. So famous that at the time, the President of the United States would order oranges and lemons from Glendora and have it delivered to the White House. So the oranges and lemons were very popular when Glendora first started. Currently, Glendora has a population of about 51,000 people. And Glendora is mostly houses, but there are many shopping areas that have shops and restaurants to go to. And in Glendora, there's a very large college called Citrus College that has lots of events. So I want to ask everyone a question. What kind of animals can you find in Glendora? So let's think. Is it A, peacocks? B, bears? C, coyotes? Or D, all of these animals? So everyone, let's think. Who thinks A, that there are peacocks in Glendora? Who thinks B, that there's bears in Glendora? How about C, that there's coyotes in Glendora? Or D, that all of these animals are in Glendora? Okay, so let's find out. The answer is D, that all of these animals are in Glendora, since Glendora is right next to a forest. So all of these photos are animals that you can see. In addition to these animals, this photo right here is of parrots that sometimes fly around Glendora. So there's lots of wildlife. And so there's a very famous forest called the Angeles National Forest that is right next to Glendora. So many people from California and America will come to Glendora to go hiking. And while hiking, you can often see deer. So it's very beautiful to go and visit. Lots of animals are found in Glendora. Another question, what is one of Glendora's most popular desserts? Is it A, carrot cake? Who thinks B, fruit-filled donuts? Who thinks C, chocolate chip cookies? Or who thinks D, ice cream? Let's find out, or we can think some more. Which of these could it be? So the answer is B, fruit-filled donuts. You can find all of these desserts in Glendora because they're popular in America, but the most popular dessert is donuts from a place called Donut Man. So they have strawberry and peach donuts that are very popular. And Donut Man, the shop, has been in Glendora for over 50 years, so a very long time. And what's interesting is they're open 24 hours a day. So like a convenience store in Japan, anytime you want donuts, you can have some. Another popular place in Glendora is an American fast food chain called Foster's Freeze. And they're very popular for their ice cream and milkshakes. So they have these type of ice cream milkshakes here that are mixed with candy. So lots of sweet things in Glendora. Very delicious looking. And another question, what is one type of breakfast food that you can find at a restaurant, which is called Legends Classic Diner? Is it A, Eggs Benedict, B, cereal, C, breakfast burritos, or D, berry yogurt? So now, everybody, Glendora, Mocha, let's think. Who thinks A? Who thinks B? Who thinks C? Who thinks D? Okay, let's find out. The answer is C, breakfast burritos. That many people in Glendora will go to Legends in the morning to get a breakfast burrito. And it has many things. So it has egg, cheese, potatoes, bacon, ham, and sausage. So very delicious. And if you don't eat meat, there's also a vegetarian version. So many options. Legends is also popular to eat hamburgers and French fries. But what's really special about Legends is how it looks, the decorations. And they also have a classic car show that you can go and see. Another good place to get hamburgers in Glendora is a fast food chain called In-N-Out Burger. In addition to their hamburgers, they have these type of fries called animal style fries. So it has a dressing, cheese, onions, meat, and French fries. So very large, but delicious. As you can see, there's many things on the wall, like movie posters and things related to Route 66, which is a famous road in America that goes through Glendora. Also in Glendora, every year for Christmas, there's an illumination show. So lots of Christmas lights that are displayed on a street. And the people who run it also raise money for a children's hospital every year. Next to Glendora is a train station that will take you all the way to Los Angeles in less than 1 hour. And as you saw in the video earlier, there's a new train station being built in Glendora. So soon you'll be able to go from Glendora all the way to Los Angeles in an hour, which is very exciting. And this is a video of the Christmas lights, and the lights played some music. As you can see, there's lots, and it's very beautiful. So in Glendora, there's lots of special events. And at the events, you can usually find the Glendora High School bagpipe team. So right here is an instrument called a bagpipe. And the team from the high school will play at all the special events in Glendora. So it's something very unique to Glendora that you may not find in other places in California. So these are photos of events in Glendora. So here is at our Christmas parade and our high school marching band at the Christmas parade, and also Santa Claus. And there's a large park in Glendora that during the summer, we do concerts and movies. And during the winter time, we have something called a holiday stroll. So you walk around in Glendora, and in the downtown area, there's many lights. And we also have a car show that takes place in the main part of Glendora. Close by to Glendora are many famous places that everyone probably knows, like Universal Studios, Disneyland, and if you like baseball, there's Angels Stadium and Dodger Stadium. So you can drive to all these places within 1 hour. So there's many fun places you can go for a day trip from Glendora. And these are some photos of those places. So for baseball, Angel Stadium, Dodger Stadium, Universal Studio. And then for all of you that know Snoopy, there's a theme park called Knott's Berry Farm where you can see Snoopy. And the beach is close by too. All right, so now that we've talked about Glendora, let's talk about Moka. Moka is a city located in the Tochigi prefecture of Japan. And Moka's catchphrase is #1 strawberry city. So here we have a photo of Japan. And these are different prefectures in Japan. And right here is Tochigi Prefecture, which is kind of like a state in the United States. And here is a close-up of Tochigi Prefecture. And this red dot is the city of Moka. So a little bit of the history of Moka. It's been around for a very long time. The area is rich in history, but the city of Moka started in 1954 and combined many small towns together. Two very famous people from Moka in Japanese history are Ninomia Santoku and Okabe Kushiro. Moka has a population of about 77,000 people. And there's lots of nature here, from rolling hills, waterways, and lots of agricultural land used to grow many produce like strawberries. There's also a large industrial area in Moka that makes items for very large companies like Honda. So for everyone in Glendora, if you drive a Honda car, chances are 1 or 2 parts from your car were made in Moka. So a question about Moka. Which of these is not a real strawberry meal that you can find in Moka? Is it A, strawberry burgers, B, strawberry curry and rice, C, strawberry natto, which is a type of fermented bean, D, strawberry gelato? So let's think about this. Who thinks A? Who thinks B? Who thinks C? Who thinks D? Okay, let's find out. The answer is C, strawberry natto. So this unique dish is not found in Moka. It's in another part of Japan. But within Moka, you can actually find many delicious meals that have Moka strawberries incorporated into them. as you can see from the video, Mocha grows some of the most prized strawberries not only in Japan, but the world. So many of the farms here in Mocha will ship their strawberries internationally across the globe. Also in Mocha, there's a rich cotton industry of where they make detailed fabric and textiles out of cotton. And this has been happening for hundreds of years since the start of Mocha.
Everything?
So in that video, you could see that there's a workshop in Mocha that tourists can go to and make things like coasters to try out. And now let's move on to the next question. How old is the oldest sword in the Samurai Sword Museum? Is it A, over 100 years old? B, over 400 years old? C, over 800 years old? Or D, over 900 years old? All right. So who thinks A, 100 years old? Who thinks B, 400 years old? Who thinks C, 800 years old? Who thinks D, 900 years old? Okay, let's find out. The answer is C, over 800 years old. So in the museum, there are two katana swords that were made in the Heian period. So for everyone in Glendora, the Heian period ended in 1185, which makes both of these swords at least over 800 years old. Also at the museum, you can find you can find 3,000 katana swords, as well as samurai armor, even some from feudal lords during the Edo period, which is very interesting, and other artifacts from Japan. Another historic place to see in Mocha is Osaki Shrine. This is the most popular Shinto shrine in Mocha, and it's known for having a very large statue of the Shinto god of fortune, Ebisu. That was a video clip of when I visited the Samurai Sword Museum. It was very fascinating that often there's about once a week you can go and actually hold some of the swords at the museum. So it's a very unique experience that you can't find at many places in Japan, but you can find it here in Mocha. A popular place to go to in Mocha is Mocha Station. It's known for its unique appearance of looking like a train. And here you could also find a very old steam engine train that often makes trips around the city. Another very famous place is a Buddhist temple called Honji Takada Senjuji Temple. One interesting thing about it is that it was founded by a very famous Buddhist monk known as Shinran. And at the temple, you can find national cultural heritage artifacts and buildings. So this means that the country of Japan recognizes these things as being very important to Japanese culture. Another question, what activities can you do at Igashira Park in Mocha? Can you A, see toucans at the greenhouse? B, go to the 10,000 water park? C, go to an onsen and hotel? Or D, can you do all of these things? Who thinks A? Who thinks B? Who thinks C? Who thinks D? We can tell everyone here in Mocha is an expert on Mocha. So the answer is D, all of the above. That there's so many things you can do at Igashira Park that you could easily spend one whole day or even a weekend at this one park. The reason for that is because the park is very large. In this one park alone, you can find a lake, a resort that has an onsen, gym, and something called glamping, which is this photo right here. So these very fancy camping tents. There's also a greenhouse that has many exotic birds, a very large water park that is famous in Tochigi Prefecture. There's also an athletic training course for people that are very athletic and adventurous. And there's also a bike and running trail that goes around the entire park. One of my favorite places to go is the Ninomia road station. Here you can find all the special items that are only in Moka and Tochigi Prefecture. A very popular snack to get here is strawberry gelato. And there's many different versions and flavors of it. This is a photo of the milk strawberry gelato, which is one of my favorites. We also have a video of the road station. Was a video of the road station, and something interesting is on the weekends there are many food trucks that will go to the road station, so you could try different things like Japanese shaved ice. So these are some of the special events in Mocha. The most famous is the Mocha Summer Festival that usually has a very large firework display, as well as different kinds of portable shrines and very large floats. There's also a cherry blossom festival in the springtime along the river in Mocha, and a strawberry festival when strawberries are in season and you could try the different strawberries grown in Mocha. There's also an event at Mocha Station, and during the summertime, during the holiday of Obon, there's a floating lantern festival, so lanterns will be placed in the river. Also in the summer, there's a Japanese dance festival that has different types of traditional dances. So these are some photos of the events in Mocha. And something also special is at most events, you can see Mocha's mascots. Their names are Moka-pyeon and Kotoberry. So something very fun to see when you go to events. some famous cities close by to Moka are Mashiko, which is known for pottery in Japan. Also Motegi, that has a very famous race car track. There's also Nikko, that has World Heritage shrines and a very large lake. And then there's Utsunomiya, which is very famous for a type of Japanese food called gyoza. There's also Nasu, that is famous for mountains and has 2 theme parks. And finally, there's Ashikaga, that is most known for a flower park that has famous wisteria trees as well as an illumination show. So these are some photos of different places you can go to for a day trip from Moka. So if you'd like to learn more about Moka, I have 2 social media accounts where I've been posting videos and photos about places in Japan and Moka. So be sure to check those out. And with that, I'll end the presentation portion of this. So thank you all. Arigatou gozaimashita. For now, we'll take some time for questions that maybe we could start in Glendora. If anyone has questions about Moka, that I'll do my best to answer. And if I can't answer, I'll have one of my coworkers maybe assist me. So anything more that you'd like to learn about Moka?
Any questions that anyone has about Mocha? Yes. The question is, what is the weather like this time of year?
In the summertime, it's very hot, much like California, but I would say the climate is probably more like the East Coast, that there's a lot of humidity here in Moka. But one thing that's been a really great purchase that I've made is that in Japan, they sell these very small portable fans. So it's very useful in the summertime, as well as you often carry a small towel with you. So if you visit in the summertime, be sure to have those 2 items with you at all times.
Any other questions? Mr. Alawas.
So what would the students like to visit when they come to California or Glendora?
Oh, that's a great question. Did you all understand that? Where is one place you'd like to visit in Glendora or California?
グレンドラとかカリフォルニアに来たらば行ってみたい場所ってありますか？誰かある？はい、Mr. Sugiyama, please.
カリフォルニアディズニーランド。
Oh, he wants to say that he wants to go to California Disneyland.
Yes. Is there any place in any other places?
Maybe they don't know well about Glendora or California. Which is your recommendation to the students in Mocha?
Well, you do have many beautiful sights to see in Mocha, but I think our foothills are very special and unique, both our South Hills and our North foothills along the Angeles Forest.
フットヒルってさっきプライド・オブ・フットヒルってね、フットヒルの、プライドって言って紹介された丘がずっとグレンドラには続いてて、ノース、北から南まであって、その中には滝も見られる場所もあって、とっても素敵な場所があるそうです。ね、そこがおすすめだそうです。Thank you.
Thank you.
A question that we have is, what would the students there recommend if we were to visit Mocha? What would be near the top of their list?
Oh, great question.
Thank you.
We'll repeat the question here.
じゃあ、グレンドラの皆さんがモーカに来たならばどこに連れてって行ったらいいと思いますかって。これなら皆さん教えたいこといっぱいあるんじゃない？ちょっと隣の人かな。
So they're discussing with one another for a moment to think of some good recommendations. So one moment.
なんかさっきの、さっきやってたよね、ママね。さっきの旗織りのしてる
まあ、先生だったらピリピリカレー紹介する。
いいよ。場所だけじゃなくても、美味しいものでもいいよ。
Okay, じゃあ行ってみましょう。Raise your hand. Anyone? Let's challenge. Okay, Miss Murakami.
Could you say that louder?
Stand up. Stand up. Oh, she really recommend you the 10,000 people water park. It's definitely good, she thinks.
Yes, it's a perfect place to go in the summer that I visited. And there's actually many water slides too. So if you're very adventurous, I recommend trying out the water slides. They're a little bit too scary for me since they're very high up. But there's different kinds of pools at the water park. So kind of like a river type of pool as well as a wave pool. So many different options for a whole family to go to.
Is there anyone wants to go to 10,000 water park? There? Oh, thank you, Miss Karen Davis. Yay. 行ってみたい人いますかって言ったら、カレン・デイビス市長さんが手を挙げてくれました。ね、はい。ね、一緒に行きましょうね。Okay? はい。Anyone? Okay. Mr. Sugiyama, please.
子供将
棋教室。Wow. Do you know shogi? It's a kind of chess in your country. It's a board game. 子供将棋教室。Shogi, a kind of chess teaching classroom for kids. It's in Moka. And you go there, you go to 教室? Okay. He goes to shogi 教室. Could you help me?
Sure. So I haven't played the game before, but from what I'm understanding, it's a traditional type of board game that's similar to chess that's used in classrooms. I think it might have been in the Mocha video, the game that was in there. I'm not sure, but yes. Any additional questions, either in Glendora or maybe some students here? Do you have questions for people in Glendora?
Hey, Mr. Sugiyama, when you have a chance to go to Glendora, please bring the chessboard. Please bring shogi board to Glendora, okay? Glendora 行くとき、将棋ボード持ってきない。ね。Okay? 勝負。Okay?
Yes.
So, anyone? Yes. Okay, Ms. Suzuki, please. Japanese, English, both are okay.
How is the weather in Glendora today?
So the question we have for you all, what is the weather like in Glendora today?
Right now, we are in the midst of a heat wave. When I came into the council chambers, my car thermostat read 101. Right now, it's 94.
So I think that's maybe in Celsius, close to 40 degrees Celsius, maybe between 30 and 40. I'm not quite sure, but yes, very warm.
40. 40.
Or maybe that's too much, I'm not sure. But yes, in the 30 to 40 range.
But it's drier.
Maybe 38 degrees Celsius.
湿度が少ないから。
深い湿度。
深い湿度もうグレンドーラ快適。日本の。
It's a day today where we would love to be at your water park to cool off.
Oh, but also close to Glendora in the city of San Dimas, so right next to Honari, is a water park called Raging Waters. So I think many students in Glendora sometimes take field trips there.
今日こそね、プールに行きたいって言ってるよ、彼ですね。それで、向こうにもプールがあるんだって、一番にプールで、ね。行ったらもうスライドしてみて。
Yes. So any more questions either for me or for either the students here in Mocha or students here in Mocha have questions for people in Glendora.
Mr.
Thank you so
Nakano
much.
has a question for you. Yes. Oh, yes, Mr. Nakano.
We're only 35 minutes from Penang Stadium to watch Otani.
Oh, he wants to make sure that you know that we're only 35 minutes from Angel Stadium to watch Otani.
Yes,
Shohei
you all
Ohtani.
know. Yes, you all know Otani-san, right? In Angels, baseball player. Yes, he's very famous here. And right now in Moca, we're having the high school national championship that different teams from different prefectures are playing one another now. So many people here in Moca have been watching baseball the past few days. Yes, it's a very fun activity here to watch baseball.
ちなみにね、中野さんのドーナツショップ、さっき花さんも言ってたけど、ドーナツショップ何時間お店開いてると思う？24時間。でも24時間夜さ、中野さんどうやって働いてる？聞いてみようね、聞いてみようね。
Yes, we're discussing how Mr. Nakano is the founder of Donut Man. So we were discussing how old the Donut Man shop is. So everyone here is interested to try strawberry donuts.
Yes, Mr. Nakano was very, very young when he started that. So even though it's over 50 years old, he's very young.
若くしてドーナツショップ始めたけれども、50年経った今でも超若いからもう問題ない。Okay?
Yes.
毎日365日寝ないのね。そうなの。ジョーク。ごめんなさい。せっかく来たしさ、何でもいいよ。高山さんとか永田さんとかどう？目黒くん、目黒さん、目黒くん、杉山くん。
Are there any additional questions from anyone in Glendora?
No, we very much appreciate the students joining us this afternoon or this morning for
Yes,
you.
right now it's their summer vacation, so they took the time very early in the morning to come here. So as a presenter, I'm very appreciative, but they're all very excited to hear about Glendora and have the opportunity to see all of you, that this is very exciting for them.
Well, thank you. We are very excited to have you join us.
カレン市長さんがね、今日こんなにもね、君たちが集まってくれて本当にありがとうって言ってくれてます。ね。
Yes. If we don't have any more questions, any more before? Yes.
いいかな？なんかある？質問していいよ。はい。
そう、やらずに回しちゃう。どうぞ。
なんで他の仕方じゃなくて、モカ市で姉妹都市を、やろうと思ったんですか？
Let me ask them. Nagata-san, she's from Nakamura Elementary School, has a question. Why did you think that you will become a sister city with Mocha City? Why did you become a sister city with us?
And in 1988, when that decision was made, it was a decision after many conversations between the two cities and a decision to build that mutual understanding and friendship that it was believed that there were many things that the two cities shared that they could benefit from. And we're very lucky because someone who is part of those conversations, former Mayor Bob Kuhn, is here in the audience, and he's going to speak to that right now as well.
Let me just say,
sorry, go ahead.
My name is Bob Kuhn, and I was on that first trip that we had with Mocha City. Mayor Kikuchi had invited us over. Gordy Norman was a teacher here in Glendora. took a band over there, and with him on that trip was our police chief, Brad Posey. And those two and Mayor Kikuchi were the ones that actually got together and thought about should we or shouldn't we do a sister city organization, and the three of them put it together. Mayor Kikuchi then came over and visited us after that, and after that we went back over and signed the papers.
Thank you so much. Can I have a time to translate them?
Yes.
Thank you. Lots of communication is the beginning of us, right? ね、はい。ということで、最初、始まりはたくさんの会話があったそうです。モーカの人とグレンドラの人。どんな会話かっていうと、最初は、モーカ高校にバンドあるでしょ？バンド、吹奏楽部。グレンドーラにもいろんな音楽の団体があって、グレンドーラからも来たし、モーカ高校からも行ったし、そうやって人々が、コミュニケーションしてる間にもっと仲良くなりたいね、もっと文化交流したいね、もっとお互いの相手の気持ちとか考えとかを知り合いたいねって言って、海の向こうとこっち側で何度もコミュニケーションして、そして、まあ僕らもそうだよね、コミュニケーションすれば友達になっていくじゃん。ね、それと同じように町と町がコミュニケーションして仲良くなる。その中にいるのはやっぱり人なのかなということだそうです。ね、ノーマンさんなんて出てきましたけれども、最初に、グレンドーラからバンドを連れてきたのはそのノーマンさんとか、こちらは菊池市長さんとか、そういった方たちが最初話し合って、
So it's been a very long friendship between Glendora and Mocha. So yes. One last chance for any more questions.
どうだろう、みんなどうだい質問。
この子たちは大丈夫
し
かな？
ないで帰ると後悔。どうせならやったしないのがいい。
Apologies.
どうだい？どうだい？
We just want to give an opportunity for as many questions as we can, given the pandemic. Obviously, it's been very difficult for people from Glendora to come to Moca, as well as people from Moca to come to Glendora. So at least for the students, I've had the opportunity to visit both Nakamura Junior High School as well as Moka Higashi Junior High School. And so many of the students there have not had a chance to go to Glendora and do the student exchange because of the pandemic. So they're very eager to have the opportunity to learn as much as they can about Glendora since they can't go there now.
Okay, Hannah, can I ask them one question from me?
Yes.
Can I ask one question from me to the students in Mocha?
Yes.
Okay, so one simple question. Do you want to go? Do you want to go to Glendora? Yes, raise your hand. Do you want to go? 行きたい人、グレンドーラ。行ってみたくなった人。どうだろう？ Hey! Okay, so everyone wants to go to Glendora. Eh? So please welcome us when we can have chance. Is that okay?
Yes, we would welcome you with open arms. We look forward to that opportunity and look forward to this next chapter of building and strengthening that relationship, and look with great anticipation to be able to welcome you back to our city.
大丈夫だ。向こうの市長さんがもう両手を広げてみんな待ってるって。ね、その時が来たらば、ね、COVID-19 が終わって、コロナが終わって、その時が来たらもう両手広げてみんな待ってるって。よかったね。Okay?
Yes, I've had an amazing time in Mocha so far, but I'm excited to be able to go back to Glendora at the end of the summer and be able to go hiking again, since that's one of my favorite things to do in Glendora, is go hiking and seeing all the nature in Glendora. So,
花さん好きなのはハイキングで、グレンドラに行くといつもハイキングしてるって、そういうのも楽しんでやったらいいよね。本当に日本はね、もう蒸し暑いですけど、向こうはもうカラッカラでもう気持ちいいですから。暑いですけど気持ちいいです。
Yes.
And everyone in Glendora who wants to go visit Mocha, raise your hand.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Everyone here would be
You mean that
very
gesture?
happy to have
Welcome, welcome. Yay.
Yes, but thank you all for taking time out of your evening to join us and morning. I hope you all learned something new about Glendora or Mocha, and that hopefully this was useful to you. That I'm very honored that I had the opportunity to talk with you all today. So before we all leave, if we could just do group photos very quickly. So let's all get ready to do a group photo, if you all in Glendora too. We can maybe take one photo of the Glendora City Council and then one photo of the audience, or maybe if the audience wants to walk up and all be in a photo together, whichever way you see is best.
Do you want us to be near a monitor so that you can get a screenshot of both Glendora and Mocha together, or?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what we would like to do, please.
All right, thank you.
ではこれから写真撮影をしたいと思いますので、今準備しますので少々お待ちください。で、could you give a gift?
Yes.
Yeah, once we.
Oh, and let me get you that one.
Yeah.
Oh, can I see?
まだ撮ってる？
いや、これはいいでしょ。うん。いや、そっちのこれどけでしょ。
そうそう。
We're also sending out the gifts that you all sent from Glendora to the students.
じゃあいいよ。一回写真撮ろうか。みんな、please stand up. Thank you. And together here. And here.
This one's bigger and better, more accessible for us to stand.
Thank you.
And grab.
じゃあ下にパソコンとか線とかあるからそれだけ気をつけて真ん中に集まってくれる Please gather to the center room. Thank you. Yeah, around the Hannah, please come up. Yeah, Shinyo-kun, please come up. Please come up. Yep.
Just one moment, we're getting all the students together real quick.
じゃあピンバッジも持ってこんな感じでいけるかな。
Sorry, we don't want that, everybody. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Sorry to make you all wait. We're almost done.
遠慮しないで中のにギュッと入れ。
Hannah, if you could just let us know when you're ready.
Sure, we'll let you know. Okay. We're ready now. Oh, just making it. Yep, we're ready.
もうちょいこっち中入ったら、高山さんあたりから杉山君が中入ったの。Okay. Good.
One more, ready?
よれ。
One, two, three.
一回外そうか。お話しないで待ったりしてくれる。
Taking another photo. Yeah. If you'd like to take another photo on your end too.
はい、じゃあ皆さん笑顔でね。自分の人生最大の笑顔でお願いします。
One, two, three.
後ろの気持ちもうちょっと笑顔が欲しい。そうそうそう、かわいい、かわいい。かわいい、もっとかわいい。
お願いします。撮ります。
歯見せてもらっちゃう。歯見せて。
青いお洋服のもうちょっとアンナに近づいてもらって。はい、撮ります。
Thank you again to everyone in Glendora for joining us.
すみません、こっちのカメラにください。はい、笑顔でお願いします。撮ります。はい、撮ります。ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for joining.